How Mafia ranks actually work. Welcome to the world of the Mafia. A place where power has levels, loyalty is currency. And one wrong move can erase you from existence. And me? I'm just a tiny stick figure trying to climb a ladder that's mostly made of danger. Level 1. Hang around. At this stage, you're basically invisible. Nobody knows your name. Nobody cares who you are. And honestly, they might forget you're even standing there. Your job is simple. Run errands. Coffee, sandwiches, car washing, door watching. You're like a walking utility tool that nobody respects. You don't talk. You don't ask questions. You just listen and survive. If the cops raid the place, guess who gets arrested first? It would be you. Meanwhile, the real guys vanish out the back like they rehearsed it. Want to move up? Be useful. Spot a police car early. Notice suspicious people. Report everything. You're basically a security camera with legs. Level 2, Associate. Congratulations. You've escaped the errand boy zone. Now you're officially doing real work, which also means real danger. You start making money through small jobs, gambling, deliveries, maybe a little hijacking if the day gets interesting. But remember, the money isn't yours. A chunk of it goes straight to the guy who brought you in. Miss even a little, and you're considered a thief. And thieves don't last long. You're the one doing the dirty work. And if you get caught, you take the fall alone. No rescue, no backup, just silence. But if you keep earning, keep quiet, and stay alive, then you might just be ready for the next level. Level 3, Senior Associate. At this point, you're no longer just a worker. You're officially under the protection of a captain. That means people finally recognize your face, your name, and the fact that you belong to someone important. You get better jobs, better money, and a little more respect. But it also means every mistake you make reflects on the captain. So you walk carefully, talk carefully, and think twice before doing anything. You're not just representing yourself anymore. Level 4, On Record. This is the stage where your name is written down, literally. You're officially on the books as someone connected to the family. It doesn't make you a full member yet, but it means the higher-ups are watching you closely. They want to see if you're loyal, reliable, and steady under pressure. You're being tested without being told you're being tested. Every job you take, every word you say, every decision you make, it all counts now. One wrong move, and you're off the record just as fast. Level 5, Made Man. This is the moment everyone dreams of. The ceremony, the oath. The promise that you're now part of the family for life. It's not just a title, it's a transformation. You're no longer just working for the family. You are the family. People treat you differently. They step aside when you walk in. They listen when you speak. And for the first time, you feel like you've truly made it. But with that honor comes responsibility. You're expected to be loyal, disciplined, and committed. There's no turning back. No quitting, no walking away. Once you're in forever. Reaching this point means you've survived the early stages, earned trust, and proven your worth. And now, the real climb begins. Level 6, Enforcer. This is the point where the family trusts you with the tough jobs. You're the one they call when something needs to be handled quickly, quietly, and without complications. People start treating you with a mix of respect and caution, because they know you're the person who shows up when things get serious. You collect debts, settle disputes, and make sure everyone keeps their promises. It's demanding work, and it requires a steady mind, a calm attitude, and the ability to stay focused under pressure. You're not feared because of what you do. You're respected because you always get things done. Level 7, Acting Capo. This is where the story takes a sharp turn. When the captain is away, you step in. Suddenly, you're the one giving orders instead of taking them. You manage crews, assign jobs, and keep everything running smoothly. People look to you for direction, and your decisions actually shape what happens next. It's a strange mix of power and responsibility. You're not the official boss, but for now, you're the one everyone listens to. And you start to realize how heavy leadership can feel. But if you handle it well, calmly, confidently, and without letting the pressure get to you, people begin to see you differently. They see someone who might one day lead for real. Reaching level 7 means you stepped into the world of leadership, even if only temporarily. And once you've had a taste of that power, it's hard not to want more. Level 8, Capo. This is where you finally step into real leadership. You're responsible for a crew, a territory, and the flow of money that comes through it. People look to you for structure, guidance, and direction. You're the one who keeps everything organized, makes sure everyone does their part, and solves problems before they grow into something bigger. It's a position built on trust. The family believes you can manage people, handle pressure, and keep things running smoothly. And for the first time, you feel the weight of authority resting on your shoulders. Not in a bad way, more like a reminder that you've earned your place. And now you have to live up to it. Level 9, Messenger. This role is different from anything before it. You're the bridge between families. The person trusted to deliver messages that must be accurate, respectful, and perfectly timed. Every word you carry matters. Every conversation you have can shift relationships, strengthen alliances, or calm tensions. You learn to speak carefully, listen closely, and read the room better than anyone else. People rely on you to keep communication smooth and professional. It's a role that requires diplomacy, patience, and a steady voice. And once you master it, you realize you're no longer just part of the organization. You're shaping how it connects to the world around it. Reaching level 9 means you become more than a worker or a leader. You become someone the family trusts to represent them. And that trust is worth more than anything else. Level 10, Consigliere. This is the role where wisdom matters more than strength. You're the advisor, the voice of reason, the person the boss turns to when decisions get complicated. You're trusted not because you agree with everything, but because you're honest enough to say when something doesn't feel right. You're the only one who can look the boss in the eye and say, "That might be a mistake." And instead of getting upset, the boss listens. Your value comes from clarity, calm thinking, and the ability to see the bigger picture. You're not in charge, but your words can shape the direction of the entire organization. Level 11, Underboss. This is the second highest position, the one responsible for keeping everything running. You oversee operations, coordinate crews, and make sure every part of the organization moves smoothly. People come to you with problems, and they expect solutions. You're the bridge between leadership and the rest of the family. It's a role that demands confidence, discipline, and the ability to make decisions quickly. You're not the boss, but you're the one who keeps the machine alive and moving. Level 12, Boss. This is the top of the mountain, the highest seat, the place everyone imagines but few ever reach. As the boss, your words carry weight. Your decisions shape the future, and your presence alone changes the room. You're not just leading people. You're defining the direction of the entire family. It's a position built on trust, experience, and the long path you took to get here. And when you finally reach this level, you realize something important. Power isn't about being feared. It's about being respected, understood, and followed willingly. Reaching level 12 means you climbed as high as anyone can climb. And now, every step you take becomes part of the legacy you leave behind. From the very bottom to the very top, this journey has been anything but simple. You started as someone nobody noticed. Someone who barely existed in the eyes of the family. Step by step, level by level, you climbed higher, earned trust, proved your worth, and learned what it truly means to rise. In a world built on loyalty and responsibility. But the higher you climb, the quieter it gets. Power brings respect, yes, but it also brings distance. Fewer people stand beside you. More people look up to you. And somewhere along the way, you realize that leadership can feel incredibly lonely. And then comes the twist that nobody talks about. There's no retirement in this life. No quiet exit. No final vacation. Once you're part of the family, you stay part of it, whether you're at the bottom, the middle, or the very top. So now that you've seen the whole path, the rise, the pressure, the responsibility, and the truth behind the power, I have one last question for you. Do you want to continue the Stick Figure Mafia series? If you've stayed with this journey all the way to the end, thank you so much. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, share it with your friends, and subscribe, so you won't miss the next chapters of the Stick Figure Mafia. Your support is what keeps this series growing and getting better every day. Wishing you a warm, peaceful evening filled with joy and laughter. With sincere regards,